What's up, y'all? Clean Cuts the One, reporting live from the barbershop, and this is going to be a garage cut video. I'm doing it from my home station, doing it from my garage, doing it on my best friend. This guy is really cool, man. He was one of the first people that ever let me cut his hair, so it's definitely time for him to make the video for sure. But hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think. This is going to be a bald fade with the number 1 on top. Really easy cut for beginners. You can stretch the blend out really well, and it's also a good opportunity to learn to use your clippers, so check it out. Alright, let's get into the garage cut bald fade. I've balding out right now, and I'm using my GTX because its hair density is not crazy. Also, I'm doing it at the house, so my balding clippers are at the shop. Definitely suggest using balding clippers. While you guys are here, go ahead and follow me at Clean Cuts the One on Instagram. Got a contest going on. You're going to find out about that later on. Tune 45, Tune Squad, got the thank you tour coming through a city near you. Definitely want to stay up to date on what's going on. Doing a whole lot of big stuff with a lot of people you're familiar with. So I don't have a mirror while I'm doing this cut. The lighting isn't how I would like to have it, and I'm actually using the LCD for a mirror. So work with me, guys. Videos are going to keep getting better. What I'm doing right now is I'm using the No Guard Open on my Babyliss FX. And I'm creating a really wide first bar. That's why this cut's so easy. There's a lot of room for transition. There's a lot of room for mistakes. So I'm just creating the no guard open bar all the way around. And this is going to be my transition. This is a really good cut, like I said earlier, for beginners to check out. If you know somebody that has this cut and you're wanting to learn how to utilize your clippers, how to use the lever, just basic blending practices, I would definitely suggest that this be the kind of cut that you work on. Anybody that gets this kind of cut, definitely set this video up and perform the cut with me. You know, practice like that. I remember I did that with a couple of Jay the Barber's DVDs. I set my laptop right in the kitchen and I cut right along with whoever it was I was watching. So that was very helpful to me. So now that I got the one bar in, I'm going to close the guard all the way down, and I'm going to start bringing the line up. I look at it like this. If there's 5 notches on my lever, then I can put 5 notches on their head. All the way open is the bottom of the bar, and all the way closed is the bottom of the bar, and all the way open is the top of the bar. So if I've got the lever in the middle, I should be coming midway up the first guideline. So right now I think I'm on the second bar. I clicked it right now. Now I've got my lever perfectly in the middle between open and closed. So I'm going to continue to bring the guideline up. No, I'm on the 4th. I'm sorry, this is the 4th notch. Because you can see I'm not all the way to the top. So with no guard all the way closed, I take out the bottom line. I bump it up, I come up 2/5. Bump it up, come up 3/5. And so on and so forth. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was one of the theories or algorithms that's helped me with fading. Okay, so now I'm all the way open, so basically I'm just going over the line that I created in the first place. Just making sure that everything's even. So I'm all the way closed, taking out the bottom guideline. Like I said, I've got my guidelines broken down into 5ths. Continuing to raise it up. And yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to say I complicated the mess out of this haircut, and it's true. With, you know, as you get later on into the, like I used a 0 guard open for the number 1 on top of his head. There's a whole bunch of factors to be considered with, you know, being so new at this. Right now I'm touching up. I dropped the blade down because I'm going into that, you know, 3rd and 4th section to clean up. But yeah, there were a bunch of factors that I wasn't really prepared for. This was my first shot at lighting. As you can see, I'm putting the 0 guard on. my first shot at cutting in my garage, making a video, moving the camera around, figuring out angles. And so what I'm doing right now is I've got the zero guard all the way open because that's going to be the final length of his hair. And so I'm just going to go ahead and bring all that down. I could have done it in the beginning. I could have done it whenever. This is my process. That's okay. What I'm learning is that you always want to cut against the grain, but sometimes against the grain doesn't necessarily mean in the opposite direction that the hair is flowing. I know that might not make sense theoretically, but sometimes I have to go like slightly diagonal and slightly horizontal to the grain of the hair in order for the comb to pick up the hair, so that way the moving blade can actually cut it. Sometimes I have to hold my clipper vertically and move it horizontally. I don't know if that makes any sense, but at the bottom, the most important part is it's in the details. I do know that. Making sure that all those hairs that are longer find an angle that's going to make all the hairs the same length. Now, I'm going to start lining him up first because, like I said in the beginning, his hair density is not very much, especially towards the top and the front. And right now I'm just removing the stray hairs that are kind of like on his forehead. But the thing that makes this cut stand out as a fade rather than just like a burr or a buzz cut is that if I can get those crispy corners, right, if I can create some edges for him, then he will appear that he is groomed and not just buzzed. Really, the edges that you put on these corners right here on at his temple peak points, those are going to be the things that define the fade. If these edges right here weren't strong, you might not be able to even tell that there was a fade, like I said, because his hair density is so spread out, and that can create a problem. And that's our job as barbers, is to identify the problems that people have, consult with them. You see I'm trying to create a really strong line right here where otherwise you wouldn't have seen one. Consult with them, find out what their issues are, and try to find solutions to those problems. And the number of solutions that you can come up with for the problems is going to be directly proportional to your willingness to continually educate yourself and your willingness to get outside your comfort zone and learn new techniques and new skills. And it's absolutely mandatory. Gotta learn new stuff. I'm not trying to stay stuck with one skill set, one scope of knowledge or anything like that. I just try to put some strong edges on here because, again, those edges are the thing that allow you to be able to tell that there's actually a fade on the cut. If I was to put the fade and he didn't have a good crispy edge up, then it would just kind of look kind of fuzzy. There wouldn't be any definition, and there would be nothing that would separate the way I do this haircut from any other barber in my town that you could go get it from. I'm taking this corner back just a little bit to add definition. Ryan's actually the first dude that ever let me do a haircut on him. The first dude that ever let me put a straight razor on him. Very grateful for his participation in my process. He's definitely been there from day one. I actually gave him an all black hair fiber fade. Like, gave him a whole head's worth of fade. If you've added me on Facebook, feel free to find that link. Find that post somewhere. It's hidden. Might be on my Instagram too. Now, I'm closing the guard all the way, and I'm trying to take out this bottom guideline, and I see that it don't even touch it. So I pop it off, open my guard back up, and I'm flicking out. This is part of the intuitive part that just kind of came with repetition. So if you're worried about fading, and I'm doing the exact same thing here. I know that the zero guard open is the length on top, so I don't have to create a bar. If you're worried about, will I ever learn to fade? Will I ever learn how to use the lever? Will I ever learn how this and that? The answer is yes. I've learned just in my short time since I've been cutting hair is that a lot of this stuff is about repetition. A lot of it's about continuing to learn new techniques. Keep watching YouTube videos. Watch how other barbers do haircuts. Keep watching barbers in your shop, and then practice and apply the techniques. I'm learning a whole lot about how to utilize the clippers and, to bring a focus on detail. My lineups are looking crispier, and it's because of just another tap or two, of the trimmers. I don't leave the bottom of my clients' necks, You know, there were some hairs I thought you just kind of couldn't get, but I think you actually can get most of the hairs. So I'm going back to the bottom to touch up right here. You can see that line, it didn't come out to my liking. And you can always just repeat the process again. You know, you're not stuck into do your bars, take them out, and done. You know, that's part of the touch up and the detail that I'm doing right now. I can still see the lines. So once again, I'm going back with no guard, clipper open, and you can see the line blending out. And again, guys, I apologize for the lighting. It's going to get better. I can tell as I'm doing this that his head's kind of, you know, really white, and that's a direct result of the light that's shining on it. I've learned Final Cut Pro in like 3.5, 4 days. That's all I've been doing. And so now that I'm familiar with how to put a video together, obviously I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now that I'm familiar with how to put a video together, I'm really working on my lighting, learning my camera, ISO, aperture. There's so much stuff to do in this, guys. It really is like a full-time job. I put in, you know, a bare minimum 20 hours a week only doing YouTube stuff, providing this content. But it helps me too, because when I watch myself cut hair, I'm able to see my own mistakes. And to be honest, sometimes it's hard to hit upload because I know that my cuts don't look like a lot of these amazing professionals out here, but I know that they're going to get better. I know that by doing this, first of all, I'm filling a gap that's not there. I'm letting you guys see the process of what it's like to learn how to cut hair, because I'm still learning how to cut hair. Even though I'm licensed, that means that I know how to, you know, make haircuts balanced and even for the most part. I'm familiar with sanitation and disinfection practices. I'm familiar with, you know, color and stuff like that. But, you know, as far as technical skill, you got to earn that, and it doesn't just happen. And it's really given me a good safety net to be able to just show you guys what my process has been like, and I don't have to act like I'm the man or act like, you know, I'm the best hair cutter in the world, because that'll all come later. You know, I've got some really great support, people that support me, some awesome followers, some awesome subscribers, friends, family, you know, like my man Ryan in the chair, who are always encouraging. And, you know, it's like when people say rude things, for one, they clearly don't know me. And for two, it's like you guys don't let people say rude things to me for very long anyway. So if you see somebody being mean to me, it's cool. You don't have to be mean to them. You don't have to. I had a dude inbox me the other day and said expletive, almost killed him. It's like, whoa. It's like, chill out. That's the opposite of the goal. You know, we're professionals, and there's no reason to act like we're not learning. So just continuing. It's all the same thing. I started with the lever closed. I bump it up, and I go a little bit higher. So I'm going just a little bit higher. And I'm doing different angles. A lot of times I fade with the right 3 teeth and the left 3 teeth. There's not a lot of time where I'm actually, besides when I'm setting my guidelines, where I'm using all the teeth on the clipper. That doesn't happen very much. It might look like it, but the way that the blade is laying on the head, there's always a focus. And it's usually not more than half the blade. Touching up. And again, if you're not familiar with how to utilize that lever, don't freak out. It will come. You will learn how to use that lever. I'm finding in this stuff, in this hair cutting, especially with fades, matter of fact, the whole barbering technical skill thing, a lot of this stuff is like a light bulb. I can't explain when or why, it just clicks. But like one day I came to school and something just clicked, and it was easy. And I found that to be true with the lever situation, not knowing how to operate a lever, watching every video on how to detail a fade, every barber, every YouTube video, buying every DVD, everybody's, literally I bought everything to learn how to cut hair. And then after watching all the information, coupled with the repetition and attempting to do what it is that I saw, something just clicked. So again, this is one of the most important parts of this haircut, is going to be the edge up. Because again, those temple peak points really make it stand out. And what I'm finding is the further that you stretch the skin, it's like a rubber band. If you stretch a rubber band and you mark on it, like with an ink pen or a marker, and then when you let the skin go, that ink is going to condense. And it's the same thing with hair density, right? I said his hair is not dense. So when I stretch his skin and I line his follicles up with the razor, or I clear hair away from the follicles, and then I let the skin retract, it kind of has that same rubber band effect, and it makes a crispy line. So the more I can stretch the skin, the better. Because if I didn't stretch the skin, you would never be able to see that line there. Shout out to Tomb 45. Makes some amazing shave gel. It's all I'm on right now. The razor holder is fantastic. You can catch one at tomb45.com. I would put the link in the description, but again, it's tomb45.com. So maybe I'll still put a link in the description. That was kind of smart. I look at me. Seriously, it's tomb45.com. But you see how that points on there? Wouldn't really, I don't think you'd be able to really tell that there was even a fade on there if it wasn't for that temple peak corner, you know, being so, what's the word, being so, not enhanced. I'm at a loss for words now. That don't happen often. If you know the word I'm looking for, put it in the comments. Sorry about the noise. I'm actually recording this in my car in between haircuts. The grind never stops. I'll try to upload this while I'm cutting today. We'll see how that goes. Biggest issue I've had lately has been uploading. So just finish him up with the razor, get everything clean, and with some aftershave or some alcohol. That's pretty much the end of the cut. There you go. Let me know if this was helpful. If you're hungry, you'll get something out of it. Alright guys, that was it. So let me know what you think. Definitely go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think I could have done better, what you would have done, what you do different. Let me know what I did well. You know, just engage with me. Let me know what you think about the haircut. Let me know what you think about the setup. Let me know what you think about the new videos. Let me know what you think about the Andis NVLI giveaway coming up on February 3rd. If you haven't heard about that, go ahead and take a screenshot of this video right here. And then I want you to tag Andis LI giveaway. That's right, hashtag Andis LI giveaway. Share it on Instagram, hashtag the mess out of it, tag me so that way I can be sure to see it. If you've already shared it, I've been keeping up with the people who have already shared it and didn't do the Andis LI giveaway hashtag. I know that wasn't my original instruction. Don't worry, you guys are in. This is just gonna make it easier for me to keep up because I've been struggling to keep up with you guys. Go ahead and continue to DM me those pictures of your haircuts. Still gonna do your haircuts, my feedback. getting those cuts rolling in, getting really excited about that. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because this channel's taking off. We're just now getting started from the grassroots. You guys are the ones that started this thing. You guys are the ones that's going to keep it up. And plus, you want to see what's going on with this thank you tour, because we got a lot of heavy hitters coming through nationwide, coming to a city near you, and you don't want to miss it. So again, thank you for the view. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for smashing that subscribe button. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the thank you for everything. I'm a mess. No, seriously, guys, thank you for everything. Till next time, peace.